All right, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Louis Shine. Get my 45 minutes of cardio in today. I have challenged my December 30-day challenge group to at least 30 to 45 minutes of cardio today. If you want to jump in with us, 30 to 45 minutes of cardio today. Get my 45 in right now before work. All right. So, man, this thing has been brewing in my heart. And I just thought I would share what was on my heart just now. So, some of you may have owned a business. Some of you may just work for someone, which is okay. But there's a level of greatness. In either route you take, there's a level of greatness, you know? And so, I had a recent experience where I had an interview with a particular company. And when I went and sat with this company, and I was just interviewing them, you know, I was telling them about myself, gave them my resume, just talking to them just like a regular interview, you know? And so the person that was interviewing me, they started to talk about all the stuff that they do, what they require of their workers and stuff like that. And they begin to break down like what they do on a daily basis, what they expect of each person, what their inner workings are. So, you know, I was listening, you know, just because I was interviewing, I wanted to make sure I paid attention, but there was another ear that started to open up. And when this person started talking about, you know, because every business on planet Earth, 99.9% of businesses, it breaks down to sales. You got a product, you got a service, you got something that you're trying to sell or get to somebody or get some information to somebody. So there's a transaction taking place. There's a transaction taking place from you to another person, whether that's a sale, whether that's information given, it's something. All right. So what this company began to explain to me is just the number of people that are in a sales position. But they also started explaining to me the volume of calls, whether that be cold calls, whether that be follow-up, whatever it might be, that they have to do on an average day. So while that person's telling me that, I begin to just multiply things in my head to the point where at the end of any given week, one person would have made over 500 or 600 calls out to people. I've always heard that your fortune is in your follow-up, right? I've known that to be true. But so one person making that many calls, and now this is a person that's working for somebody else, all right? Which is okay because it's how they run the business. But I just began to see why and how some of these businesses, just from looking at this, just from hearing that information, are mega businesses because they have hundreds and thousands of people that are making these calls. They come in sales positions and they're making these calls every day, every single day, over and over and over and over and over and over. I went to, when I had my protein, one of the things I like to do was, I just like to go to other pro sports events. And I just bust into their office like, hey, how you doing? My name is Louis Shine. I'm the owner of the Lime Express, this and that or whatever. I just want to talk to somebody in management. You know, they bring somebody out, they take me back. I just get to talking to them, man, and asking them what they do, how they do, whatever. And people are so open to that. And so when I went to this particular pro team, he began to take me around their headquarters, find out they have 30 interns and at least another 50 people who do nothing but make calls all day and do sales and sell tickets all day long, all day long, all day long. Okay, so I got to looking at that. I got to looking at just any business out here that's really successful, and I begin to look into their inner workings, and they're successful, and their crowds are packed, and their fitness facilities packed, and their restaurants are packed. I've seen restaurants, I've heard of restaurants, I haven't seen it. I've heard of restaurants that have call centers where they have people making calls to book parties. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they're actively going towards something and they're playing percentages. You make 1,000 calls, you're gonna get some people, you know? If you make 10,000 calls, you're gonna get more people. And so I got to thinking like, man, I've probably had 5 to 7 legit businesses or business ideas that I've actually operated in, you know, and I had to ask myself, was I going that hard with my stuff? Was I really, really going that hard? Like, you go take a model of a successful business out here. Was I going hard as they are? Did I employ or try to get 5 people that would just make calls for me? You know what I'm saying? And I had to be honest with myself. I didn't go that hard. I went hard, but what I didn't go hard in, I didn't have knowledge in. The knowledge was available, but I didn't operate in it. So hindsight 2020, I look back and I'm like, dang, I could have did this, I could have did that. But because I got this information, man, I'm just sharing it. So if you got a business out there, I don't care what it is, man. If you're looking for increase, you know, a lot of times we say, God help us, God help us. And then it might be 6 months to a year go by, we don't see anything different. That's because we haven't done anything different. We haven't availed ourselves to go and sit with people who are doing what we're doing on a higher level to learn how they got where they are. You know, it didn't poof and happen for them, so it doesn't poof and happen for us. We have to get principles that are already laws in the earth and begin to work them, and that's when the Holy Spirit will breathe on what you're doing. So no business person can sit back and things just happen. I'm not saying this never happened. I'm not saying I don't believe in miracles, but there's things we have to do. If we believe that God has blessed our business, you know, faith with works is alive. So I believe God's blessed my business. I'm gonna go out and make these calls, because when I make the calls, I'm gonna get results because he's already blessed it. I'm not gonna make the calls because God's gonna bless me anyway, and I don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, man, if you got a product, if you have a product, something that you sell, that's retail, or a service, or whatever it is, man, set up daily, at least 5 days a week, man, where you're making cold calls and when you're doing follow-ups. So set aside a time. Well, I have a full-time job. Well, set aside an hour after you get off of work and be faithful over that hour. Do that every day, Monday through Friday if you got to, because weekends is for your kids. Monday through Friday, every day. That hour, that 1 hour, that 1 hour, that 1 hour, don't stop, never stop, don't ever stop. 1 hour, 1 hour, don't fail without fail. 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 5 days a week, 5 days a week. We're going into the new year, y'all. Time to do something different. Time to do something different. And I'm telling on myself. I've had great ideas. You know, I've owned a minor league basketball team. There's parts of it that was successful, but the reason where, you know, I had to step away is what I'm telling you right now. I didn't go after that part of it, and I just want to share the knowledge, because my very next thing, whatever it might be, whether that's a business, or whether that's working for somebody, I'm going hard. I'm going hard at it, man. Not hard where I'm trusting in my own hands, because I trust the Lord, but I believe that he opened my eyes, man, and opened my ears when I was in that interview. And I'm telling you, it was almost like the Lord was standing in front of me, writing on the chalkboard. And I know some people may know it already and stuff like that, but man, my light bulb came on. So I just thank the Lord, man. And it was just on me, man. I was just running on the treadmill, and it was on me. I was like, man, I gotta share this, man. It's awesome, man. So set you up a call center. Get you 3 or 4 of your girlfriends. Say, hey, y'all, I ain't at the place where I can pay y'all right now, but I'm gonna cook some dinner for y'all on Friday. Y'all get a babysitter for your kids. Come on over, I'm gonna feed y'all, and I need y'all help, because this is my vision for this business, and I believe it's gonna blow up. I wanna show y'all. If y'all believe in it, will you guys help me make calls? Will you guys help me make jewelry? Will you guys tie bows for me? Whatever. Just gotta think out the box, man. Matter of fact, there ain't no box. Just think. Go. Be free, live free. Do it. You already own the business. You already got it. You've already made sales. Take it to the next level. If you're a coach, you want to coach somewhere. Well, I've talked to coaches that said, well, you know, I'm not really into sending my resume out. I don't do all that. Well, to me, if you want to coach, then you got to shake that mentality. You got to shake that up off of you and say, you know what? I'll tell you a quick testimony. I got a coaching buddy. He coached in the league that my team was in. And he was looking for coaches out for a long time, man. For a very long time. And wasn't getting it. So I talked to him. I was like, man, what do you do every day? He's like, man, I think he might have said I send 25, I apply and or send 25 resumes out a day. You know what? Finally got a job open to him. Now he's coaching in college. You know what I'm saying? He planted that seed. He put that seed out there, man. He put that seed out there. That seed out there. So, you gotta put that seed out there, man. Got another buddy. He's coach right now. The second highest league in the United States. He put the seed out there, but none of the seed that he put out there, he didn't get anything off of it. But he ended up getting the job that he didn't even apply for. Great testimony. But I believe that God saw his faithfulness. God saw his faithfulness in trying to put his resume and seed out there and applying. So God see what you're doing, man. When you just trust him and just go for it, he gonna have you back, man. So I just wanted to share that, man. You got products, you got business, you work for somebody, take it to the next level, man. Make 50 more calls today than you did yesterday. Do it, man. Set up a Facebook business page. Set up a Twitter and Instagram business page. If don't nobody know you exist, then how you expect to make money? How do you expect to make sales? How do you expect to get people in your stands if they don't even know you exist? Half the problem is they don't know you exist. Tell you what, I work my butt off with my team. But you know what? I would encounter people every day that would say, man, I didn't even know there was a team here. Well, that's not nobody's fault. I'm not blaming nobody, but that's on me. So that's a problem that needs to be solved. Okay, I got a county of 110,000 people in my county, and I have 2,000 seats that need to be filled in the gym. Okay, if I do the math, if I got 150,000 people, I should be able to get 2,000 people in the gym, all right? So I got to go to work doing that. If there's 150,000 people in the county, but I've only done things to reach 4,000 of them, then I can't get mad when I'm not successful. So what I got to do is I got to figure out how do I reach each and every person. Now that's going to take more than what I've done in the past. It's going to take more than social media. It's going to take more than getting on the news, because everybody's not watching the news at the same time. There's a whole bunch of people still getting home from work. Everybody doesn't get the paper. Everybody's not on social media. So you might have half of those people that are not even getting correspondence from any other avenues that you're getting your information out. But you still have to figure out how to get to those people. So you got to figure it out. If you got to go get a street team, if you got to go door to door yourself at times, whatever you have to do. If you got to put flyers on pizza boxes and go negotiate with the local pizza place and tell them, hey, we'll buy pizza from you every game. Can you, in exchange, can you put our flyers for our games on your pizza boxes? So now you've expanded what you're able to do. That's at least another sector. You're taking a popular pizza place and all of their customers now are getting your correspondence. My boy Linnell, he up and coming doing some great things, man. This for you too, baby. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta broaden your span. You gotta put it out there. You gotta put it out there like you never have before. If you got any kind of business, you're an entrepreneur, you should keep a flyer with you. You should never be caught without a card on you or some means to which you can get somebody your information. Because you might see somebody in the mall. You might run across somebody that's an investor. They want to invest, but you ain't got nothing on you. Got to stay ready. It cut off on me, but I'm back. So you gotta stay ready at all times, y'all. You gotta outthink the next person. One of the greatest motivations videos that I've watched, man, is and I invite you guys to watch it. Kobe Bryant. He has a documentary on YouTube, and it's on Showtime too. It's called Kobe Bryant Muse. M-U-S-E. Man, I watch this thing from time to time, get motivation. He said he knew at the age of 18 that he would not be stopped. That playing basketball was his life. And he said that to be great at something is a choice. But there's gonna be sacrifices that you have to make in order to do that. It just doesn't come. And so he talked about it in this documentary and showed just the stuff that he did, man. So the stuff that he did was uncommon. I was reading the book by Tim Grover called Relentless, and he talked about three people. He talked about Michael Jordan, he talked about Kobe Bryant, and he talked about Dwayne Wade. He said Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, they were unlike anybody else he's ever trained. He's trained some of the greatest athletes on the planet. But what he said was, those guys, Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, they would come to do workouts with him. Like after a game, they'll fly to work out with him at night and then fly back to where they're supposed to be. They would do workouts that, to this day, they don't even disclose what they did. And he said that the mentality of Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan was this: they did not want to be good, they did not want to be great, they did not want to be one of the greats. He said their mentality was they wanted to be the best ever, point blank, period. So if you're not trying to be great, but you're trying to be the best ever, then the effort that you put into what you're doing has to be, and I want to be the best ever effort. Simple and plain. Yeah, that's it, man. So I listen to them dudes, man, and I see like the fruit of what they bore over their lifetime. And like I say, you know, you gotta believe God for what you want. You know, you can't like push everything through, like just push everything by your own strength. But there are things that only you could do that he's not gonna do for you. Like work out if you're an athlete. You gotta work out. If you're a business owner, you gotta have a marketing strategy. That's it. I mean, there's no other way around it. So you wanna be great? I seen this picture the other day that said, these people were just like you. And it said, these people were just like you on the bottom. And the picture had the Harry Potter, I can't remember her name, the lady that wrote Harry Potter. It had Bill Gates, it had Mark Zuckerberg, and it had Steve Jobs. Now, if I'm not mistaken, all four of them are billionaires, or were billionaires before they passed away. They could not just do what a normal person does. They couldn't. You don't become a billionaire by doing what the normal person does. You just don't. One of my dreams and goals is to become a billionaire. Why? Because I want to help a lot of people. I just do. I help a lot of people. I want to bless my family. I want to bless my cities. So if you have those kind of goals, man, millionaire, billionaire, whatever it is, man, best business in town, best business in the city, best business in the state. Map out your plan right now. It is December 9th, and you got 21 days left, 22 days left in the year to get your plan together. Don't get it together in the next 3 days. Take the next 21 days. 21 days to make a habit. Take the next 21 days, get your plan together, and execute it in 2000 and get some accountability. Show somebody your plan. Show somebody you trust your plan. Somebody that can critique you. Somebody that is going to get on you when you don't do what's laid out in your plan. Get them kind of people around you, man. You know, let's not let December 31st, 2017 be like it is right now. When we get there, let's be at a whole other place in our life, man. So, my encouragement for this morning, y'all. All right, so it cut off on me again, but I'm gonna get off here. All right, what's going on, Rochelle? So I'm gonna get off here. My phone's about to go dead. Man, much love to y'all, man. Take it up another notch, man. It's time to go. We've been having all these challenges out here. Mannequin challenge, Running Man challenge. Let's do a Get Better challenge. You know what I'm saying? Let's do a pick 5 people to be in your inner circle challenge. You know what I'm saying? Challenge yourself. Alright, so alright, y'all, I'm out of here, man. I got 12 minutes left on this 45 minutes of cardio. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for being my running partners. Now go get your cardio in. Alright, y'all. Much love. I'll holler at you guys. Peace.